Well, hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to be making a quilted vest out of this set of quilted pillowcases that I purchased from my local thrift shop. The lining is really pretty, and I would say that overall, this fabric has a medium weight to it. I also think that the color combination is going to be really pretty for fall weather. I'll be using one pillowcase to make the left side of the jacket and the other pillowcase to make the right front of the jacket. I do have one additional pillowcase that I'll be including in this project that you will see later on in the video, which will be used for the back of the jacket. So this is how I do it, just hanging out in the bedding departments at thrift stores, looking for fabrics to use in my garments. In terms of the pattern, I'm going to keep it really simple and just utilize something that I've had in my stash since the 1990s. I'm going to be altering this shirt pattern to use for my vest. Okay friends, I've made the cut for the right side front, and as you can see here, I think I'm going to change this end. I want that curve to be a lot smoother, so I'm going to use my design rule here. I'm just going to use this armhole curve right here to just smooth that out a little bit. Instead of having that sharp edge, we're just going to curve it. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that better. So now I'll cut the other side. Okay, so I have taken my first piece and laid it on the second piece, right sides together. And you don't have to, but if you desire for both pieces to be symmetrical with the same pattern on each side, you want to take careful attention here and make sure, see, I'm folding this back and making sure this line is continuous. And that for me is an indication that this is going to be the same width. This color is going to be the same width on each side. See, I'm just turning that up, turning it back little by little and making sure my line is still straight. And so I think I'm good to go here. I'm going to pin and cut this out. Then I think I'm going to serge all the way around my raw edges because I'm getting quite a bit of fray and I don't want to use the integrity of this stitch. I don't want that stitching to come unraveled. So I'm just going to serge my edges completely off to secure those. Okay, let's talk about the creative process a little bit. You ever get that feeling that as you're going along with a project that something's just not working out right and you just feel like you need to stop and rethink the thing, but you don't want to because you've already made cuts? Well, as I cut this pocket, I just all of a sudden was like, wasn't feeling it. So I'll have to save this for another project. I went in my stash and found a piece of this sari fabric from back when I was making hats and doing millinery work and coordinating scarves. And I really like the way it looks with this. So I may use this. I also pulled some store-bought fabric I purchased by the yard. I don't remember when or where, but isn't that gorgeous? Wowie Maui. So I might use this one. But I just wanted to say, don't be afraid to stop if you get that feeling like something else needs to be done than what you originally planned. You are a creative being and you can do whatever you want. right, so I've been working out the design for this garment, and this is what I have so far. I have simply taken the sari fabric. First of all, I cut 4-inch strips, and then I interfaced it because this fabric is very, very thin. And then I folded it in on each side as if I were going to make a bias tape, okay? And so I just simply top stitched that down the front. Then I made pockets, which I lined with, remember the fabric that I cut off of the back of these pillowcases in the beginning? This fabric right here was on the back. So now I'm using it to line my pockets and just a rectangular pocket. I took an additional fabric and just top stitched a little on the top of the pocket to kind of give it a little pop. And I think I'm probably going to use this again on the very bottom of this jacket. So I simply top stitched that on. Oh, prior to doing all that, you can see that I have serged. I serged all the way around, as I mentioned, to keep this from unraveling. Okay, so the left side of the jacket is now ready to go. And what I'm going to do now is work on a lining for the front pieces. I've serged a couple of pieces of the pillowcase lining back together so that I have enough to get my front linings on here. So I'll get this cut out and then I'll work on designing the back of the jacket. I think I have a plan that will work. For starters, I'm going to cut this in half. And then I am going to take my back and turn it so that those stripes are horizontal. Take my back piece, and I need it to be this length. So I know I'm going to be short, so I'll have to figure something out for the remaining bottom portion. Okay, this is where I have to get creative and work with the pieces that I have, because this is all that I have left, with the exception of these pieces that I want to use for a cap sleeve. So I've cut my backs out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to add a piece of fabric in here to lengthen this out to make it long enough to attach to the side fronts. So keeping all of this in mind, I'm going to first sew these two together, right sides together. Yes. I'm going to open it up and add a design element in the center back. And then I'm going to attach a piece on the bottom here. And then I'm going to put these two together. So right sides together, open these up, and then sew it on the attachment piece. There will be a piece in here that will attach these two together, and then it will be long enough to match my side fronts. Okay. There are times when I think I'm just going to do a quick little project and whammo jammo, that'll be that. But when I get into the construction, I realize that I need to just slow down and take my time and don't rush. When we do that, sometimes it teaches us patience. Patience is a virtue that I still have yet to master. I'm just going to be honest. So as I'm sitting here doing this hand sewing, I'm thinking about all of the benefits that have come about as a result of me taking my time and constructing this garment. It's quite intricate. It's very detailed. To summarize it, I think about a passage that says, "We as human beings are fearfully and wonderfully made." Not quite sure what the fearfully part is all about, but we are wonderfully made. Our bodies are very intricate and very detailed, and every little part has a special function. And so I'm just kind of thinking about this little garment that I'm making because I had some, not fears, but anxieties associated with the process. I didn't document my feelings on that as I was going along, but I had a few frustrations just because it wasn't turning out to be what I originally envisioned. And I usually am pretty good about that, allowing the creative process to run its course, as I mentioned earlier. But there are also times when I have to just kind of take a breather and say, okay, it's going to be something that you didn't even, think it was going to be. Because usually, you have some kind of an idea. But, anyways, I'm going to go ahead after this and just sew my buttonholes and buttons on and style this up for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you like the finished product as much as I did.